In this section of the course, we're going to learn about editing our notes and automation in Reason's edit mode. I've gone ahead and prepared an 8-bar sequence to work with. It has a Dr. Octarex playing some Rex loops, a Thor playing a bass line, Subtractor playing some chords, and a Kong for some tambourines. Now we'll take a look at editing the different portions of this song, but first let's play it back so you can hear what it sounds like. Press the space bar. So a pretty simple clip. You can certainly make your own so that you can follow along with me through this section of the course. The first thing we need to know is how to get into edit mode. So the easiest way is to select your arrow tool. Remember, Q gets you the arrow tool, or you can select it from the toolbar, and just double click a clip. And you're in edit mode. To get back, there is the edit mode button you can click, or this arrow here you could click, and that gets you back to clip mode. Very simple. There's also another way to get in and out, actually two more ways. You can use Command E, Control E in Windows, or Shift Tab. I don't know why there are so many ways to get in and out of edit mode, but there are, so pick the one you like. I prefer to just double click a clip. So I've popped out my sequencer, and I am into my edit mode here. And let's take a look at what we have. Up top, we have an overview, which shows the clip with all the information in it. Below that is an area for notes. Below that, I see velocity and MIDI controller automation, and then the other parameter automation in Reason. Every portion of the clip has its own lane that you can edit, and we'll see in a moment we can zoom in and out. Now, you can only edit one lane at a time, so you have to select the lane that you want to edit. Now, I don't see any notes for my Thor, but if I scroll up, there they are. I had to get them within the range. I can zoom in and out using the buttons over here. And I can also resize the lanes vertically by dragging in between them. Now for this clip, I'm showing velocity and pitch bend. If I click this button, I can elect to show other types of MIDI controller information, let's say sustain pedal. And even though I didn't automate sustain pedal, I could draw something in here. So that's very useful to be able to do. Let's go back to our subtractor. Now, in addition to these little zoomers over here, there's also the navigation bar. And just like in clip view, we can zoom in and out using the navigation bar. We can even drag the edges. And I'll show you a trick which works both in clip mode and edit mode. If you shift click within the navigation bar, you can move the left and right sides together. And if you drag up and down while shift clicking, you can scale in and out. So that's nice to know. It works in both clip mode and edit mode. In fact, let me go back to my clip mode here, and I will set the song pointer at bar 5, and watch what happens when I shift drag up and shift drag down. It's just another way of moving around. There are so many ways of quickly moving around your sequence. You should try and get familiar with all of them so you can move quickly through your song. Now back in edit mode, in the note area, you can see pitches, and on the left-hand side you see a keyboard, and it's very easy to find out what note goes with what pitch. It's called a piano roll editor, and we'll learn how to move those notes around. If we select a Dr. Octarex, which works with Rex files, we have the pattern selection below, and then we can draw in specific slices. I'll talk about that a little later. We don't have any slices here. We only have the full patterns playing back. My Kong is a drum, and you can see that rather than notes, I see individual drums. Makes it very easy to decide which drum I want to trigger. Now I can toggle between these three modes using this button over on the right here. I can choose Key Edit for notes. I can choose Drum Edit when I'm working with drums, and I can choose Rex Edit for Rex files. But as you saw, Reason does a pretty good job of selecting the appropriate type of note lane for the type of clip. And finally, the magnifying glass and the hand work exactly the same as they do in clip mode. I can drag with my magnifying glass to zoom in on an area. I can option click to zoom out. And if I use my alternate tool, which in this case is the hand, by pressing Command or Control in Windows, I can drag back and forth. And remember, the alternate tool for the hand is the magnifying glass. One last thing to point out, as I mentioned, when you double click on a note clip or any clip with embedded automation, you go right into edit mode. But if you double click on a reason parameter automation, it opens up right in clip mode. And that makes it nice to edit right there without having to go into the edit mode screen. Sometimes if you just want to make a quick tweak to the automation, it's great to be able to do that. But of course you can go into edit mode and we can zoom in and see all of our automation together and edit it right from this screen. So that's a long video about getting in and out of edit mode. Now we'll start to learn how to actually edit the information in our clips, starting with the next video.